You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans, I've got your full roster of weekly spoilers for June 2nd through the 6th. Looks like Belle's going to dump EJ. Chad is facing Backlash. And of course, we have Jon Black's sad death and Bo Brady's miracle cure. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. Monday, June 2nd, season 60, episode 201. We've got Kayla and Steve reminiscing about the past, and obviously this is about Jon. And the thing was on Friday, which felt so cruel, is obviously we all know Jon is going to die and we have to do the funeral. And then, we lost Drake Hogestyn in real life. But they came in and they gave hope. Everybody in the family thinks that Jon's going to pull through it and he's getting better. So obviously things twist early in the week. Meanwhile, Hope, Ciara, and Shawn Brady are all there to support Bo Brady, but it looks like he's got one of those, going to the other side, go to the light, about to die moments, because he gets a reunion with his son, Zach Brady, and he's all grown up now. And if you remember, Zach was little when he died. He was the victim of a hit and run car that turned out it was driven by his half sister, who was, I can't remember her name, but she was Bo and Nikki Reed's daughter. Anyway, so he's going to go to the other side, talk to his kid, and then come back from the cusp of death. And if you don't remember, the first 2 years of Zach's life, he was actually raised by Abe and Lexi Carver because of a baby swap situation. And then Bo and Hope got him back. So Marlena is there by Jon's side until the very sad end. And in the promo for the week, Marlena is telling Jon if he needs to go, it's okay. And he is going to go. And it looks like everything takes a big turn from good news to very bad news. And Jon passes away on Monday. Tuesday, June 3rd, season 60, episode 202. Belle takes a step back from EJ DiMera. Losing her dad has really changed her perception about everything. And, a lot of people in her family really hate him. And he wasn't welcome at the hospital while Jon was going through all this for many, many reasons. And so this could be a deal breaker moment for Belle and EJ. Plus, Kristen opens up to Brady. Now, she has she has blackmailed EJ to where she gets to find out where her mom, Rachel Blake, is, but I guess she has to go out of town to see her wherever it is that EJ has stashed her. That was kind of my takeaway. It was a weird scene with them shaking on that, like things weren't really clarified, but obviously he's told Kristen that her mom is safe, but she can never come back to Salem because he does not want any risk that she might testify against him over the whole kidnapping rape ordeal. So Kristen may tell Brady, I know I told you what Rachel said about Johnny, but you can't ever tell anybody or else my mom will be at risk. Salem is grieving the death of Jon Black, and Marlena is understandably devastated on Tuesday. Kayla goes over and tells Roman the next day that Jon passed away yesterday, and Marlena tells Eric that, when it comes to people you love, there's never enough time. And again, and why this is all so sad, of course, Drake Hogestyn was alive when this and Jon's funeral filmed. And it was very hard, according to the actors, for them to film this, even knowing that Drake had okayed it, because, they were all so very worried about him. And I've heard a couple of the actors talk about this, Peter Reckell, and I think that Deidre Hall was also saying it, that she just didn't want to draw on any of her real life feelings about Drake and how close they were, that she was trying to stick to being an actor and having it all being character driven, so that the harsh reality of Drake going through this pancreatic cancer ordeal wasn't the motivation for these scenes for her. So it's hard on all of them, I'm sure. Wednesday, June 4th, episode 203 of season 60. We've got Marlena's friends, family, and loved ones all rallying around her after she's lost her beloved soulmate, Jon. Brady and Belle are there to show Marlena love this week. We've got lots of hug, lots of tears, bring your tissue. And this week, alone at the house, after Jon's gone, Marlena is telling herself that she needs to learn how to do things on her own. Plus, Ciara, Shawn, and Hope are celebrating a miracle despite the sadness in Salem. And of course, Shawn, Hope, and Ciara all find out the news about Jon, but what hits them hard also is the miracle they got for Beau came at this high cost because Jon sacrificed himself to basically save Beau. So he's going to wake up very soon, and he is in Salem for Jon's funeral. Peter Reckell confirmed that. Andrew and Paul decide on Wednesday they're going to go ahead with their plans to marry in Salem ASAP. Thursday, June 5th, season 60, episode 204. This week, we've got Beau telling Hope that his love for her has not changed. And he tells Hope, Shawn, and Ciara that they are lucky to have such an amazing family. And Beau gets to meet his namesake grandson, little Beau Weston, and little Addie Weston. I don't think they actually show her. I don't know if they're just going to be pushing a stroller around. Tate is absolutely devastated over his grandfather Jon's death, and Holly is there to comfort him. Jack and Jennifer Deveraux are back to Salem for Jon's funeral, but things get emotional outside of the grief. Doug 3 opens up to Leo. I wonder if he's going to tell him about Ari, because Leo would love some tea on Doug 3 hooking up with Gabby's daughter. Meanwhile, Kat goes out on a date with Chad. It's the charity date, but as far as Julie and other people are going to see it, it's still a date, and that's going to be a big issue. Speaking of Ari, Gabby is arguing with her daughter on Thursday. It looks like that wild child is going to defy both of her parents because, of course, Will Horton is in town as well. Friday, June 6th, season 60, episode 205. Jennifer is absolutely enraged that Chad has gotten close to Kat and they went on that date, and she is venting to Jack. I'm guessing she might vent to Chad as well. Other people are going to see Stephanie's tawdry romance manuscript. Looks like it's being passed around. If you remember, Alex gave it to Kate and he was talking to her about publishing it. And she was like, oh, Alex, I'm out of that business. But she was really intrigued by it. But then Stephanie came back around and told Alex, I don't want to do it, but it looks like things might be out of her hands. Sophia, Amy, and Tate take a tour of the hospital. I'm sure that's in advance of her giving birth, just talking about what's going to happen that day. And Kate begs Philip to please wake up, and Carrie tries to console Marlena.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.